Coming up today on Good Things Utah, it's the biggest skin concern for women in Utah, and we have what you can do to fix it.
Good things Utah. Good things Utah. Where the good things are.
Later on Good Things Utah, when it rains, it pours, and when it shines, you can get melanoma. This is how to protect yourself. Coming up next.
Okay, everyone out there, I don't know if you're like me and nervous to go see a dermatologist. You've been putting it off for years. I've got a confession. I maybe worked at a couple of tanning salons in college, was always tanning, and now I'm terrified of them. And we have Dr. Michael Hadley here today. He is with the Ogden Clinic, and you actually have an office now in Bountiful.
Correct.
And you're going to be telling us why you can't put off going to the dermatologist any longer.
Well, as Utahns especially, we love being outdoors, we love an outdoor lifestyle, but honestly, we're fair-skinned and we don't do well necessarily in the sun, and that over the years takes a toll on us, whether it be initially fine lines, blotchy skin, but more worrisome, can potentially develop into skin cancer and melanoma.
Well, you talked a little bit about the skin damage and the aging.
Right.
Can you reverse sun damage?
You can, but I think before you talk about reversing, you want to talk about prevention. A lot of the sun damage takes place in our early years, and certainly activities like tanning booths, take a toll. And so we want to limit ongoing sun damage. We don't want to add fuel to a burning fire. And so, you know, being sensible, in terms of protective clothing, wearing good sunscreens.
What is good sunscreen?
We recommend broad spectrum sunscreens, those that block both ultraviolet A and ultraviolet B. Typically, the ones that we like best are those that have either zinc or titanium dioxide. I think there's a myth out there that when you put zinc on, it's white, you don't want to feel like a mime. But nowadays, they're more elegant, they're micronized, they go on clear, they're tinted, so they can really fit in with our lifestyle and do a lot of good for protection.
Would that be something you'd recommend wearing every single day, not just to the pool, not just to the beach?
Absolutely. As it turns out, it's those little hits of sun that we get walking to the car on a bright day that over time, in a cumulative fashion, add up. And so it's important for us to think about that on an ongoing basis.
Mm-hmm. Well, you talked about prevention and these full body skin checks.
Right.
I don't even know what that is. Will you explain what that is?
I think it's important to understand that we don't expect everybody out there to be board-certified dermatologists and know what to look for. I mean, that's why I went to school for 14 years. Yeah. Right? So let us take care of that work. I think the important thing for everybody to know is if there's a new mole, a changing mole, you need to have that evaluated. And so oftentimes you can go and get a baseline with a dermatologist, you know, in a very discreet manner, go through and get an idea of what these different blemishes are or moles, and in particular, or in certain situations, we may decide that a biopsy is warranted or not, and just kind of reassure you and know what, and educate you as far as what you can look for.
Well, speaking of educating everyone out there, at what age should people go and start getting that baseline check?
You know, honestly, early on is a good time to go, just to get that baseline. While it's unusual to get melanoma in our teens, it's not unheard of. And so certainly going in, getting a baseline, and at that point we can also sort of educate people, listen, now's the time that makes a difference. Let's kind of be careful with our sunscreen and sun exposure practices.
Well, I want everyone out there to know if they're ready, you need to be ready, first of all, to go in and get a skin check just to get your baseline. Can you tell everyone your information?
Yeah, so I work for the Ogden Clinic, but we're now located in Bountiful. You can check out the information at theogdenclinic.com, and we're happy to help out in any way.
Okay, any extra tips for everyone out there going to Easter egg hunts tomorrow?
Have fun. Wear your sunbonnets.
Yes. Oh, that's perfect. That's why you can get the Easter bonnet, covering it all up. Well, thank you so much for being here. There's the information for the Ogden Clinic up in Bountiful. Their number is up on the screen as well, and we will have a link from our website. I'm definitely going to be wearing sunscreen this week. I promise. I'm going to do a better job, Curtis. Are you wearing your sunscreen?
We all need to. I need to SPF 120 right here. All right. Well, where